Yeah, we do everything here. Your one-stop shop for all your fall needs you'll find here. So
who can we get in to help us do our picking, help us do our work, that we can keep getting more educated in agricultural? And just so happened about the same time, Jenny Balmer from Northern Lebanon said, hey, what do you guys have work? What can we do for the kids? So the ag extra has been coming out. They've been helping to pick things. They're getting out of school. They come out for the day. They're helping us harvest. They're seeing the process. We're doing washing. We're doing whatever. So they're seeing a different process. Some of them aren't farm kids, but they're in the ag program, so obviously they're getting to see agricultural in a different aspect. It's not just the animals or the row crops or whatever. They're getting to see the whole aspect of it.
actually come in when we plant the mums. The process of planting the mums came a long way. We actually did everything by hand in the beginning, and that is breaking the soil bales down into the tub that has the drinks on it. We break them into there. We physically take the 8-inch pot and scoop up the soil, and then we'd pass it along to put the all the mums come as a 3-inch rooted cutling. So we'd actually physically put that in the pot, and then we put them on a trailer and take them out to the, or wagon, and take them out to the fields to be plugged in and set. And when we took over, we started kind of looking into different things on how we could do it. We invested in a pot filling machine. So we, when we did that, we were able to, we also got a mixer. We got a feed.
We actually use an old forage mixer to actually break our soil up to help, because they're in compressed bales. So break them up, helps get it pre-moistened, going into our pot, give a better livability for the pot since we did, or for the plant since we've done that. Our mortality rate has gone down tremendous. Our shrinkage. So, and then it all gets put through a machine, pot gets filled, goes out the other end, it's on a conveyor, gets a plug put in it, gets a stick put in it, again, then gets put on a wagon, gets transported out. We used to use, it used to be between 25 and 30 people, and take us several days to get 12, 15,000. Now, like I said, we're up to 30,000, and most days are about 18 people here, and I think this year we planned, if put it all together, been somewhere around 20 working hours. 20 hours, so I mean, cut our time down, plus we cut the number of people down. This industry is no different than what the agricultural industry is. There are machines out there to help get the process sped up and do a better job of some things.
First, the plant's so little, it doesn't even, the pot's like 3 times the size of the plant. Well, you can see that it's like huge, and in the beginning they don't often see that, so they just kind of place them wherever. And we're like, we explain to them the spacing is so important, and then when they come back, they see that. So it's neat to have them here to kind of show the whole process to them. So planter, use an older cornware, and
his name's not Ken either, right?
We actually take the planter, take the seed hoppers off, and I actually made a seed on there, and we actually hand drop all the seeds.
Yep, him and I physically drop them down, every one, and then maintain them, watch them grow, and then when we harvest everything, we bring them all in, and we bring them in on wagons, just different wagons, and we actually just, over here, depending on the size of the pumpkin, your larger ones we physically hand wash. We just have a hose out here that we just wash them all down. The smaller ones, like your small, kind of like a little bit smaller than this, like your JBL pumpkins and stuff. We actually, there's an old potato washer back there from Patty, and we actually run them through that just to wash them and get them cleaned up. For the most part, you planted wheat.
The last few years we've been planting wheat and rolling that down and killing that as a ground cover to help keep some of the dirt off of them as well. So the last few years there's been a lot less washing. Pumpkins are getting irrigated. That's an overhead irrigation. We're doing all that.
And we'll show you the irrigation system out in the fields of the mums. It's a little different, and that's pulled out of the well.
Yes,
when we irrigate them. So we'll show you how we do that.
One more. So, and what are they susceptible to? Were you spraying for anything?
As on
the pumpkins.
On the pumpkins, all your powdery mildews, blights, it's all there. around 11 acres. My father still owns the farm here. We could definitely expand. We have 2 other farms besides. But we're at a point that we're actually ready. We're going to cut back. We're ready to cut back on some of the wholesaling mums. A lot of our mums go wholesale. And last year was the first we cut some of that out. We just don't physically have time, because besides this, we have chicken houses as well. So we've been shifting into some more of that, and not that we're going to get rid of our retail. We want to keep that, but our wholesale, we've been cutting back on that.
Hope that's what's popular.
Like my wife said, we're doing 30,000 currently. 2 years ago, the mums were a shortage. I had so many phone calls at the end of the year. We probably could have sold between 50 and 60,000. I had one guy that called. He wanted 8,000 alone out of New Jersey. I said I don't have them. I did have them, but I kept them for my current wholesalers and retailers just because I said I'm not. So we have the potential. I could grow. I'm not sure that we want to do it. So this is our 3rd year. We're at 30,000, and we're comfortable where we're at. We're just going to stay there and take care of the customers we do have.
Herbicide and fungicide overhead, do you have a spray boom?
Herbicide, yes, we are putting that on. That gets put on when they're about 4 days after we plant. That gets put on, all boom sprayer, and then any fungicides or anything like that. Most of that is put through the roots.
Okay.
We're doing it as a drench. Grasshoppers love them. That's probably can be one of our biggest problems. I don't like to see more than a couple grasshoppers in here until I want to get rid of them, because they can multiply like mice and rats. See some ladybugs in, which is very good. That helps get rid of stuff. Praying mantis, we'll usually see praying mantis in here.
Rabbits don't eat mums?
No, we do not have problems with really any animals eating. We have more problems with rabbits and fox coming in, and they will chew this hose off. Once they chew this hose, this here mod is an 8-way mod. It's pressure compensating. If I pull or they chew, this comes apart. But if they pull or chew that off, all the water comes out this one, and no plants, even though the other 7 are still plugged in, none of them get water. So that's a constant challenge for us in summertime to keep going after. And it's a real easy spot because you'll see 8 plants that are dry. Right away we know what it is. This year has been our easiest year in the past 3. 2 years ago we actually had major fox problems. I had an exterminator come in, and I think he caught like 20-some fox that year. Most of it is pups. What it does is when the water kicks on, this thing will make a small whistling noise, so it pushes all of it out. The only thing that we can figure is that the pups would have thought that it was a squeaky toy. This white hose, we've gotten away from that as well. When it's a full moonlit night, the field will just glisten. Right after we plant the mums, you'll see a shiny pot and you'll see a shiny hose. And if there's a little bit of air going, this just sits there, moves around, and the fox just run through. There was nights where they would chew 30, 40 single hoses off. And they wouldn't just chew it at one spot, they would mangle it. Or you would find hoses destroyed and just drug. And we finally eliminated down that it was foxed on it, and I had him come in, and last year I think he caught 2 fox out, and there was a couple rabbits we had problems with, and this year we've had 0 problems with predators. Well, we kind of cheated, and we have a Kubota RTV with these driveways. It's pretty nice. You can buzz down through and watch 3 rows and come down the other side. You can watch the other 3 rows, and most of it you'll pick up. We still try to walk them because you'll miss stuff here and there, obviously, with not walking it.
In the beginning, we really walk it, because that's when you'll see a lot of your problems from the previous year, if they're not getting watered or whatever. But once you kind of get a good base with the mums, we can drive around. Then we don't really have to walk, every time. But in the beginning, we do.
And a lot of preventative maintenance in the watering system helps keep stuff. Years we were running preventive maintenance nonstop. From the time we start watering, we're injecting stuff in simply to keep that maintained.
Which that clicking is what you guys are hearing. That's the injector. Typically, in the winter,
and we're never done. Constantly in wintertime. That top field, we actually pulled all these mods out of the main hose. We replaced all the hoses up there, that white hose, to get rid of it. So we did that again. We had ag kids come in the winter time, and they helped us rip everything down, just learning the whole process of how it goes back together. like anything else. There's a lot more than just what you see. Yeah, we don't just have to feed the cows. We don't just have to set the mums out here. There's a lot more that goes on in the back end of it, all constantly. So, like I said, in the wintertime, we're still working at all that stuff.
It depends, but if we don't have maintenance, then what? It's like a month that we, take to get the order together, figure out all the varieties, and then we plant in June, and then we sell out by October 31st. So it's about a seven month kind of process. But then, like he said, if we have maintenance, then it's like 9 or 10 months.
We run, each emitter puts out 2 gallons of water per hour. So that means each plant gets a quart of water per hour. So I usually like just to put it on, we usually run for half an hour, so they're getting a pint of water. Days of low humidity, air is blowing, they're gonna take a lot more water than a 90-degree day, and it's humid. That's just because there's not the evaporation off the plant. And obviously as the plant gets bigger, I like to keep that pot heavier just because they will blow over. It's always fun when you get a huge windstorm and knocks 3,000 plants over.
So fun.
How much does one of these weigh?
I don't know. It all depends if I give it to you wet or dry. There's a whole lot of water in there too. I mean, I can't. 2 of us there kind of pick it up and move it, but you can drag it.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
We slid them off skids yesterday. Like girls, those in the field, they could throw on the kids so it's easier to move. This isn't a real big sign. We've been doing it. We do have a guy that's supposedly interested in these. We actually want for a warehouse. The whiskey barrels were our big ones here beside on the right side of the sign, and we started selling them. So I told her, I said, let's go for something bigger yet, just for a display piece, something for somebody to come in, talk about, see. You don't go everywhere and just see mums that big. Just don't. But how many flowers are on there? And it gets windy, it'll split your plant apart. So we went and we've been putting netting in them the last number of years just to hold that together so it doesn't destroy your plant. Spend that money on it and then you get it home and it destroys it. The terracotta pot here, those are 14-inch pot. That's the smallest size that we put netting in.